providing you with services you can trust. They provide you with ASC certified mechanic, New Jersey State inspection facilities, used car sale, authorized police towing, and emission repair facilities. You can call them at 973-762-8771. That's 973-762-8771. As a matter of fact, we're not going to go for a break. Let me just give you, we're not going to go for a break. We're just going to continue. So, why shouldn't college athletes be paid? I attended school on a track and field scholarship, and that was a while ago. That was a long, long time ago. Things are very different today. They are so different that back then, a college education may have cost $35,000. Now it's close to $60,000. So when you're receiving a scholarship, you are basically getting $60,000. Think about it. It's my understanding at Duke, it costs about $57,000. Other universities cost, for example, if you go to a small school like Drexel University can run you easily $60,000. Easily. So imagine if you have a scholarship to Drexel University. Right? $60,000. And many of these other schools charge what I would call an arm and a leg. Now, as I said, to go to Duke, it costs about $57,000. To go to Butler, it costs about $32,000. To attend the University of Cincinnati, a public university, it costs about $25,000. If you want to go to University of Texas, it's about $35,000. And think about this. Let's think about this. There are many people in this country who have degrees and are making the same amount of money. Some people with degrees are making $57,000. Some people with degrees are making $31,000, $35,000, $31,000, and they have degrees. And most of the athletes in college, they don't have a degree. And they are making almost $60,000 a year. Now, there is some things that the school can do to really help out the athletes. Now, when I was in college, we got $7 a day. When we went away, if we go away, we came back and we got $7. So that means to say that we had a lot of White Castles. Back then, a White Castle might have been 40 cents, 35 cents. So we could get 10 of those, we used to call them rat burgers. 10 of those rat burgers for $3, $3. So we had something to eat. However, times are very different now. Things are a little more expensive. And I know that in some schools, the student get $125 when they go away. $125. Think about it. If you get $125 and you're on a away trip and you're away for more than 1 day, think about it. So if you're away for 3 days, that's $375. Isn't that good pocket change? You think those athletes can actually spend $375 in 3 days? You really think so? I don't think so. However, what I believe the school can do is to increase what they call meal money. Increase that meal money. Do like the corporation does. When you go away, they give you X amount of dollars. They may give you $175 to spend for the day, if that much. Okay, so you get $175, you spend it as you please. So the college going to increase the meal money that they are giving these kids. So therefore, if they're getting $175 a day, they can definitely exist. Spend $100 a day to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. More than. You can easily eat an excellent breakfast, lunch, and dinner for $100 a day and have $75 left over. And in addition to that, the school can insure the kids, get them an insurance policy in case their career is cut short. And not just the superstar, but all of the kids. Everybody gets the same thing. Because if you start to pay kids in college, they're going to pit one college against another college. They're going to pit colleges against each other. All of that does happen right now, sometimes illegally, but you're going to pit many colleges against each other. So I think we are trying to take away the fundamental of what a scholarship is all about. And the last thing we can do, the last thing you want to do is to pay athletes. As far as I am concerned, I already got paid. I got paid yearly from the school in the form of books, tuition, room and board, lunch money, clothing. Think about it. The basketball players, I'm sure they each get 3 to 5 pairs of shoes daily, or not daily, 3 to 5 pairs of shoes per semester. The football players. So the school is spending money. The school is spending money on the facilities for these players to get better. And let me ask this question. How about if you come on scholarship and you are not one of the best players on the team? However, the school works very hard on you, put a lot of training into you. They have you lifting weights, give you vitamins, give you the right equipment, give you everything that you need, and you become much, much better. Where's that? You become a player that could be drafted in the NFL or the NBA in the first round. Does the school get to get that money back if you get drafted? Since I put all this money into you in order to make you a top professional. Because eventually the best of the best in college is going to go on to play in the NBA, maybe Major League Baseball, maybe hockey, maybe basketball. Does college get that money back? No, they don't. No, they don't. And to me, college is not about paying athletes. It's not about paying athletes. It's not pay for performance. You go in there to get a college education. And it so happens that the reason why you got there is through whatever sport you play. Because if you didn't play that sport, think about it now. If you didn't play that sport, how would you have gotten to college? Let's say you are not good enough in order to get a scholarship. And you had to go through the other avenues of getting into that school. And you got into the school. Okay, you get some financial aid, yes. You get financial aid. But I don't think there's any school going to give you full $6,000 financial aid unless you're one of the top academic students. And we got to be honest, there are many people on scholarship in sports, not the brightest bulb in the box, so to speak. Let's be honest, plain talk, bad manners. They're not some of the brightest kids. Because you hear schools across the country talk about kids in basketball and in their classes, and they shouldn't be in those classes. You hear to talk about that all the time, all across the country in all these different colleges. So let's think about it. Okay, let's say you decide to pay college athletes. Do you pay basketball and football only because those are revenue producing sport? And you don't pay baseball, you don't pay soccer, you don't pay track and field, you don't pay ice hockey? How are you going to separate, how are you going to differentiate between which athlete gets paid and which athlete doesn't get paid? I can tell you, if I'm going to a big university and I'm on a scholarship, and you're going to pay the basketball players, and you're not going to pay the swimming, you're not going to pay the swimmers, I'm going to have a big problem with that. Why are they treated any differently than I'm treated? We are all on scholarship. I don't want to hear about their revenue producing sport. I don't want to hear that. Because it's called equality. What about the women? Are the women going to get paid as well? So I really think we have to really think very carefully about where is the money going to come from to pay for all of this. What people are going to say? Oh, the NCAAs make all this money. The colleges make a lot of money. Yes, they do. But they put a lot of money back into the school. They build these stadiums. Almost all of these schools have 2, 3, and 4 different facilities. Practice facilities, indoor facilities, turf facilities. Just over and over you see them building new facilities left and right. They're not building that facilities for themselves. They're building those facilities for the athletes to come there and get better. Look at University of Oregon. They just built this new complex, state of the art, with everything. They got a donation from Nike. Everything, the best of the best. So they want to attract the best of the best. And when they get there, they want to make sure they have all the facilities to make them even better. So why are we even want to go down that road of thinking that we should pay college athletes? That's not what college is about. College is about going to college, hopefully, and getting an education. And in addition to that, here is something else that the school can do. 2 other things, which I think is very important. The college should not be allowed to cut any athletes off of their scholarship. The college should not be allowed to cut athletes and say, you know what? You are not that good anymore. We are cutting your scholarship. That should not be allowed to happen. If for some reason there are some setbacks with that individual, your scholarship is guaranteed. Take some of that money the NCAA make and the school makes, put it back into that. 2, if you leave school early at any time for any reason, you are guaranteed that you can come back to the school and finish your degree for free. Free. You don't have to pay for it. So if you happen to leave school after 2 years, you think you're going to become this top professional NBA player, and somehow it doesn't work out, and you go overseas and that doesn't work out, you are guaranteed that you can go back to the school and finish your college education for free. Free. Put money into that. Put a pool of money aside for these kids. They may never use it. Invest it. But put that aside for those kids. I think those things are more important than giving me $10,000 or giving me $15,000. Eventually, I'm gonna use that $15,000. I'm gonna use it. However,